welcome to Marketing Without the Marketing. My name is Michael Bosey. I'm your host, and on this podcast, we talk about all things content strategy, all in service of building an audience. Now, today's topic is, it's the culmination of a series, the sort of capstone of a series I've been doing on repurposing content, making multiple uses of the same content so that you can be more efficient. And today I want to talk about repurposing content into an online course. Now, first of all, have you ever thought about creating an online course? I mean, it can be a great instrument for you and your business. I mean, first of all, it's a highly structured way to teach your customers about your topic. And in today's world, the selling process really is about teaching. People who learn from you are way more likely to buy from you. But you can use an online course in two distinct ways, either as a saleable product or as a free product. Now, the benefits of a saleable product are obvious, right? You can convert some of your knowledge into a revenue stream, and who doesn't want to do that? But what about a free product? Why would you want to do that? Well, you can use it one of two ways. First, for customer acquisitions. For instance, if you're selling something else like training, a program, consulting, or you could use it for customer onboarding. So for instance, to get a new customer up to speed without, having to take up one-to-one time from you or your sales reps, for instance. Now, you could see how each of these cases makes you or your business more efficient. You can educate your customer, but it doesn't require you to be there. So you create this course product once and then use it over and over again. That's great for the customer and great for you too. So, how do you produce an online course? Now, there are a bunch of platforms that make this fairly easy to do now. Well, okay, not easy to create the content, but easy to publish it. And the best ones out there are Teachable, Udemy, Canvas, which is the platform that I use for the college course that I teach on content strategy. But there are dozens of other options as well. And, look, I could do a whole series on the production and delivery process, but that's not what I want to focus on here. What I want to focus on is how to streamline the content process so that you don't have to stop everything in order to produce an online course. And as small business owners, we're all busy. We can't do that, right? You got to keep running your business. You got to keep using content to connect with an audience. Why not have it work towards something? Now, if we reuse content that you're already planning to create and get more than one use out of it, well, obviously that can make you way more efficient. So think about this. You can produce a blog and an online course at the same time. You can produce a podcast and an online course at the same time. You can produce a series of YouTube videos and an online course at the same time. But as you might imagine, it takes some clever planning up front. And in this segment, I'm going to focus on one of those methods that I use. But look, you should be able to extrapolate it to any format. So here's my method. First of all, pick a topic. Make it pretty narrow so that you can stay focused and deliver a lot of value to your audience. So think about up front, what's your goal? Is it to educate your customers so that ultimately they can do business with you? Great, right? That's a great use of a course. So let's do an introductory series that achieves that. Or maybe your goal is to onboard new customers. Get them up to speed so they know what they need to know before working with you or using your product. That's another great use of an online course. Or, here's the thing, maybe your online course can do both at the same time. So then, you got your concept, you know your goals, you chart this out. Come up with a plan based on the content that you need, right? Is it going to be a mini course? Let's say 6 to 8 segments. Or does it need to be something more involved? Like the course that I produced, it's a 42-segment course called Create Biz, which is for writers, musicians, and visual artists. And you can see an example of that at createbiz.com if you're interested. But look, if you're getting clever, really clever about this, how about a series of mini courses that build towards a larger course? And I'll get into that later in this segment. All right, so next step, structure it. So What are the basics? Make it really orthogonal if you can, so each topic really contained, super tight. Remember, you're teaching this, right? So make it easy to digest. Small bites, nutritious bites in reasonable portions, if you'll take that little analogy. And then, of course, there's the next big thing, which is to sequence it properly, right? It is teaching after all. And, consider your audience. Are they just getting started with your topic? Are they novices or more advanced? And if they're total beginners, let's make sure that you're covering the very basics in very simple language.